What do you want to do? You and your bullshit. You got a bullshit answer for everybody. But I ask you a very simple question, and you can't give me a straight answer. Because you don't know. See you, Bo Peep. Fuck you. You're the shepherd.
This isn't the most recognizable quote from Good Will Hunting, but what do you really want to do hits me every time. It's a question I've battled with for many years. I'd like to say Will and I share similar intelligence levels, but I doubt he questions whether intelligence is spelled with one or two L's. That said, we do have something in common. We have difficulty answering the simple question, what do you really want to do? Sean, Robin Williams, plants the question to Will, and a genius is stumped. All the books and solved math problems can't answer the simplest of questions, because it's not an answer our brains can give. This is where fear clouds the judgment and our egos take over. So where do we find the answer? Sean and Will have one last session. Will tells Sean that he has decided to take a position that the professor recommended that he thinks is what he wants. Before they part and during a manly embrace, Sean tells Will to do what's in your heart, son, and you'll be fine. We all know how the movie ends. I secretly wish for a sequel. Will rides off towards California to see about a girl. Most logical thinking people would take the best job offer and use their abilities to create a financial stability and challenge them mentally. So why did the smartest guy in the world choose to follow his heart? Sex? Better weather? One of the questions Sean asks Will rhetorically is, you can be a janitor anywhere. Why did you work at the most prestigious technical college in the whole fucking world? Will has no answer, and eventually, with a huge slice of sarcasm, admits to his passion for becoming a shepherd. Will wanted a challenge without the commitment. This is where most of us hang out, including me. Fear keeps us out of the ring, and a perception of safety keeps us from jumping off a cliff. Figuratively speaking, sort of. So, why do we play it safe? Fear, or the illusion of failure? I've been blessed with some exceptional guidance in the past. I haven't always followed it, but it's usually when my ego takes over. It's a work in progress. But a nudge in the right direction is usually enough to get us to shake things up and re-examine our direction. Once we receive this nudge, it's up to us to take the action. Through faith and love, our new direction produces a result greater than our imagination could have perceived. I mention faith because it works. Faith in knowing what your heart calls out for you to do is always the right direction. Will's heart told him to see about a girl, just like Sean did at a baseball game. Sean may have lost the love of his life, but he wouldn't change a thing. Our brains are built to keep us safe. It's primal and necessary. We can be grateful to have such intelligence. It's when we use our brain to guide us towards a true happiness that creates havoc and emotional chaos. If we can learn anything from this movie, it's that stepping out on faith with what our heart desires will always lead to better than expected outcomes. You don't need to know the outcome. In fact, I suggest letting go and accepting that the result, good or bad, will be the right outcome. I know it's easier said than done. I'm guilty of betraying my heart at times, but take a good look at your past decisions. When you did follow your heart, and not your fear, how did it turn out? Maybe things didn't align for you to become famous or live happily ever after, but who the fuck wants that? Fame and happily ever after are illusions. It's the joy we find along the journey and overcoming the ego that gives us true happiness. It's going to feel overwhelming at times and impossible to solve, but the opposition to this journey is resisting your heart, resisting your true happiness. Start with asking the difficult questions. Be fearless, not fearful, and the answers will come. Trust that the universe wants you to succeed and let go of the results. It's a daily practice and commitment to living your highest purpose. Not easy, but easier than the alternative.
Son of a bitch. Stole my line.